Hello! Good morning, beautiful people of all shape, gender, and ability. Welcome to the Jake's Ending Stream Emporium. We are once again doing a analysis stream here. We are having a look at the latest SaltyEU multiplayer tournament, or well, the first one, run by lovely Panta Rosita. I had the yes, it's an Emporium. It's beautiful. I had the pleasure of doing the commentary for the first half. Lot of fun, lot of great games, excellent. But I'm not alone today. Uh, it's it's very weird. So for the first time, we are having a guest here on these analysis streams. The lucky man who did commentary for the second half. He is TO for tomorrow's stream Strive Beginner Tournament. Great commentator, beautiful mind, and most importantly, a good friend and mentor of mine. So, gonna call him up on Discord and we're figuring out audio stuff. Hello, Dave. Oh no.
Hello? Test? Oh my god, it
Yes.
works. Okay, hi.
Yes, beautiful. I can hear you. Just gonna dog the
Oh,
stream audio a little bit, and that'll be beautiful. What did you have for breakfast,
Hello?
Dave?
Test? Oh my god,
Yes,
it
yes.
works.
Okay,
Nothing.
hi.
I don't
Yes,
eat
beautiful.
breakfast.
I can hear
I'm
you.
a gremlin, especially when I work from home. It's disgusting. If a can of Red Bull counts, then I had a can of Red Bull.
You know what? I can respect that. I'm not the best at that either. The reason I asked was so that I had some test audio. That's how the sausage is made. That is the audio person's guide to getting people to speak for a little while, so you can listen to them.
That's pretty good. I always make the mistake, like, say something, and they're like, I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know, what should I say?
Yeah, it's just don't. Whatever the latest meal is, breakfast usually goes well because people just have to think a little bit, and there's usually a few sentences. But I'm switching over into my analysis view here on the stream, and we are having a look at the current top 8 for the bracket. So
top 8 was really interesting in this game because again it's super fucking young, so I expected most of these people to make top 8 because a lot of them have some legacy melty skills, and I think we talked about it on stream as well. Like in the first few weeks, the most important transferable skill is going to be like footsies and knowing about threat ranges and movement options. And Melty has very special movement. It's not like any other anime fighting game, in my opinion.
definitely.
Like the fact, for example, that air dashes, like either forward or back, are not gated behind. Like you can do a double jump and still air dash, and I think that's huge.
That really throws me off so hard.
It's weird, right? It's really weird, but I think based on that, it's not surprising that most of the legacy players took top 8.
Yeah, definitely. And like I just browsed to Twitter to just like what the character overview was. We had like 2 red arcs, a regular accurate, 2 tag mates, a Vlov, and CC with the Akiha, and Excelsius with a single Hisui. So like
that is also not that surprising based on the mumblings on Twitter. I know that Tagmates and Akiha specifically are being hailed as busted, mostly because they have reliable setups to circumvent all defensive options on Wake Up, and that is valued really highly by the top players right now.
Totally.
But I mean, we've seen how strong Walk is as well, right?
Yeah. Varg has some. Varg reminds me of Chip and the way Sando plays Chip and Strive, and that Varg can be played very honestly with just like solid footsies and shit, but can also do those weird fucked up teleport mix-ups. That just like,
Walk is really like Walk has the luxury of being able to escalate their game plan. Like for example, Arkiha has a game plan, and the game plan is always the same, or rather, it's always similar. but Walk can really escalate it. Yeah, like you can go for the teleports, you can go for the extended combos, or you can just play solid air footsies, press jump B, and win neutral.
Yeah, jump B is such a big button. You mentioned it. We are both thinkers about games, and we've been talking a bit about Multiblood the last couple of days. And you mentioned that Red Arc jump B, and I tried it out and was like, what the fuck?
It's fucked up. Like a Walk and
Yeah.
Arc jump B as well. Did you know that that has clash frames too?
What?
I think
Jesus.
jump B or jump C have clash frames as well. It's
Wild.
fucked up. It's wild. It's really wild. Like again, these are good characters because they just have really strong tools that let good players build themselves into the mold of the game. Melty has a lot of player expression. I think MBTL has a little bit less,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
still a lot. And just allowing play, like I think well-rounded characters again, like Walk, like Akiha, will be at the top, and then on the other half you will have strong set play characters like tagmates.
Tagmates looks so scary to play against that I just get this sinking fear in my body when I match up against them, because it's just, how the fuck do I defend against this shit?
The thing with tagmates, okay, so I haven't played against a lot of tagmates, and all the tagmates I've played against, I had like 7 frames of rollback, so I had the whole ha ha hoo hoo hee hee. And it's so fucking annoying. It's incredible. Also, there is nothing weirder than shooting out a fireball, hearing it hit, going for the confirm, and then suddenly I'm on the ground because he slammed a chair over my face. I think that's how WWE wrestlers have to feel.
Yeah.
Like one time you're on top, and then suddenly somebody comes from behind with a chair.
Those like good babyface comebacks, and then suddenly there's a dirty move and you're down. And like,
Hisui with the chair from the back line.
Fucking bullshit. Because if you aren't noticing that they've been called out, you just like get fucking hit, and it kind of has that like puppet character thing where you need to focus on 2 entities attacking you, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's really interesting. And again, like, I think it was you who said it. They're not that hard to execute. It's just what you do with your wealth of options. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think, again, I completed all the combos in the combo trials relatively easily with Roa, right? And I'm not a very execution-based player, but this game has a relatively low relatively low skill ceiling for the execution where you can participate, but because you can pretty quickly learn to delay your shield to catch the B follow-up, but knowing when to do it is where the hard part of the game comes in, I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Again, like the important part is about participation because there are incredibly hard combos. Like I think this game has 1 frame links again.
Yeah.
Or at least a max of 2 frame. I don't know the exact frame data, but there are some incredibly tight links there that are fucked up. But again, you don't really need them. So that's nice. That's nice. I like it. It's a very expansive game. I just hope it doesn't degenerate into like unblockable Oki setups.
Yeah, I hope they'll keep it somewhat fair, but again, we have so strong like defensive options, I think, that is there to balance out all the fucked up offensive shit that's going on.
Yeah, I think so. Like, again, people are complaining at the moment that, oh, Multiblood doesn't have offensive options, so it makes no sense to have all these strong defensive options. Have you seen some of the fucked up shit the top players are doing? Come on, man.
Just like even mediocre players, like, I have had wild ass mind games in random ranked matches where we just like go up the mind gain levels on the shield interactions. So
Do I hear Windows?
I don't hear anything. So
With.
yeah.
Oh no, is it on my end? Oh no, it's saying. Oh no. Okay.
Lovely.
Caught it.
So Dave introduced me to a wonderful piece of tech called Watch Together. So we'll be able to, both of us, actually control the video we have going for speeding up and down, and uh, being able to pause and start positions. Am I able to full screen this?
You should be able to if you press F.
Beautiful. That is some artwork. And we get to look at the lovely SaltyEU overlay once again.
It's good overlay. It's good overlay. Very basic, but it's functional. I like it.
Yeah. So we're starting here with the winners finals of Paddu against CC. That Paddu just stomped CC here. It was like a relatively brutal match, but it was this weird thing because I remember watching and thinking like, oh, CC can come back here, but just didn't.
So what's interesting to me, right, going into this match, CC defeated Paddu the last time they played in a tournament, which was 2 days ago. So I was actually asked to seed CC above Paddu, which we ended up doing. So seeing Paddu against CC and Paddu just having this absolutely dominating display really shows the how supercharged that tech development is in this game.
Yeah.
Like in general, like we've seen it with Strife, we see it here, we will see it with KOF too. Just you wait with KOF, because there's probably some fucked up max combo shit coming out as well.
Actually,
I mean, we even saw it with Nick All Stars, right?
Yeah,
because we've had infinites within the first hour.
Yeah, and like I feel like I've heard about some weird SpongeBob movement technique using his bubble or some shit. Like,
yeah, you could do fucked up shit. It's cool. It's great.
Yeah, and so you were posting about the Core Gaming finally coming back to YouTube, and
yes,
have you seen the video?
I have. That was my
talking about owners against innovators. Same here.
Yes,
and I think these first weeks of a new game is the play space for innovators. Players who want to go in and discover new things and figure out, oh wait, I can fucking do this. Whereas, so the innovators will kind of win in the first 2 weeks, and slowly the honers, the people who like take all those resources that are made and refine them, will start winning out later on.
I mean, that is the difference. I like to bring this up. I used to bring this up, like I call this the Sonic Fox effect. It's like
I think I lost you for a few seconds right after the word Sonic Fox.
Am I back?
Yes, you are now back.
Okay, fuck my life. So if I bump my microphone cable just a little bit, it just disconnects. I have an issue. I don't know what the problem is with that cable, but I think I need a new one. No, it's not even an XLR. It's like the square USB cable.
Oh, those are fucking notoriously shite. Yeah.
Yeah, they are incredibly bad, and I don't know if I should just get another cable, or if it's actually the connectors inside the microphone. I don't know, man. I don't know. I should switch over to XLR, but that would mean I have to get all my setup done again.
You have to get one of these sound boxes. I'm not on camera. It doesn't matter. Like, I only got that to record electronic guitar and like shit like that.
I have them. That's the thing. I have them. I have everything. All I need is a microphone stand. So you know, listen the fuck up. So look, okay, we're not here to talk about microphones. Sorry, it's the I call it the Sonic Fox. Like I used to call it the Sonic Fox effect, and the two players that I always use for comparison are Sonic Fox and Daigo.
Yeah.
Because Daigo is a premier honer. Daigo plays for the first 2 seasons, and he is trash. He barely gets any results, right?
Yep.
But what he does is he knows all the tech, he knows all the options, he scours Twitter every single day. And then in season 3, he suddenly shows up and just it fucking dominates every single person, because Daigo has been playing this game since minute 1 and has been refining everything you posted on Twitter.
Yeah.
Right?
I often see like clips on his streams on like a translated FGC YouTube channel, and it's so interesting seeing him talk about these like very small finicky moments in incredible detail.
There was this really cool, I think it was FGC Translated that posted it as well. There was this really cool video where he just sat in training mode for 2 hours with an Ibuki bot on random follow-ups, and he just like labbed the optimal punishes on reaction. And that is it. Like, that's what Daigo does for 2 to 3 hours.
Man, that is so impressive, and like that's the kind of players that'll shine in the end. And the other end of the spectrum was Sonic Fox, right?
Yeah, exactly. So Sonic Fox will show up to your game, he will touch it for 2 minutes, and he will see like, yo, that's fucked up. And then he will use that until somebody finds a solution. And then he immediately comes out with a solution to that solution. And that's like the cycle that Sonic Fox goes through. He falls off towards the end of a game's lifespan most of the time. But at the start, he will always be at the very top.
Yeah, totally. And I just want to point out, because I feel like I'm going to get comments about this, the reason we are using he pronouns for Sonic Fox is that their pronouns are listed as he, they, and they
Exactly,
are okay with both of them. So just to make that entirely clear.
True.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I tend to refer to Sonic Fox as they, but sometimes, again, like he, they is both fine. They did state that he is fine, so if we want to call them he, we can do that as well. But yeah.
Gender is complicated. I just want to ensure
gender
that
is hard.
People know that we give a fuck and we are respected.
As somebody who goes by he, they as well, it's weird, it's complicated. Just go with it. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So let's fire up this grand winners finals. Jesus, I'm a good commentator.
Yeah, the perfect dude. Okay, bracket versus commentator is a 10-0 matchup, and I will not be convinced otherwise. I have met maybe 2 commentators that can reach or launch brackets.
See, even the problem is, I feel like when I've been doing a few tournaments that has been using challenge, it's fine. But if we just switch to like using something else, like for playing in something, I just get thrown the fuck off.
I mean, you gotta laugh it, right? You have to create the brain memory. What's the equivalent to muscle memory in like your brain?
You have to strengthen the neurons.
Strengthen the neurons.
The electrical connections will get stronger and have less resistance. Lovely. I am kicking this off. You are in the watch together?
I am, yeah. So yeah, we can just watch this and talk a little bit about it. Again, like going into this matchup, it's interesting to know that CC theoretically comes from a place of dominance. But that means that Paddu probably has prepared as well. Walk against Akiha is very, very swingy in my opinion, because Akiha wants to score knockdowns and then fuck you up with Oki, while Walk wants to dominate the neutral. Just like that, right? Like you see... And CC knows about most of the options. That is why he jumps at that kind of distance. Wait, do you mind if I just slow it down to 0.5 or 0?
Totally not.
Wait, let's do it to 0.75, because this game is so damn fast. And if you want to analyze it...
I loved actually. So there, Paddu went for a combo because it was a fatal counter. But earlier they didn't. Because if you get the fatal counter, they cannot take out. Sadly, they didn't get the pickup correctly.
That's fine, though. Look at that teleport as well. Like, uses the Moondrive teleport, getting some armor as well, because he's in Moondrive, so CC can't really stop him with a Brilliant Wheel.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, CC is just blocking and punishing at the moment. Yeah. Because they know they can't really compete with Paddu. And there we are. Tries to go for the heat safe setup. Balks it up just a little bit. Dude, that's fucked up. Akiha, you do jump C, jump B, and then you are in free float, so you can go either left or right.
Oh shit, that is scary.
Really scary. Baits out the heat and punishes it.
Heat in those situations is such a weird trade-off because you want to use your heat while you are low on health, right? Because it generates your health. But if you use it, you don't have meter for next round.
So wait, let me move back a little bit because so we're here. Right? Okay, wait, that's the death already. So Paddu carries her to the corner.
Yeah.
Gets the hard knockdown. She jumps up, does a backdash, and goes for Oki setup with the projectile.
Yeah.
And then just fakes a walk up. Like you see the micro walk up. So because he knows that CC watches out for these kind of things.
Yeah.
Wait. Can I do 5 seconds iterations?
Sadly, don't
2 seconds.
So.
Yeah. Fucked up.
Don't seem to be working.
Oh, did I break everything? Wait. But yeah, no, like the micro walk was the big thing. Like CC being a good player really, really got into their own head there.
Yeah. And I think that's like very key when you realize, okay, what level is my opponent actually at? And what can I... Like, a mistake you can easily make is trying to do that high level shit against people who won't notice.
Yeah, you can't do setups. There we are. You can't do these high level setups against low level players because they just won't bite, right?
Yeah.
Like Paddu would have probably gotten mashed. Okay, so stop. Oki setup. Let me slow this down even more because I think this is very, very important.
Yeah.
Walk up, walk back. Like that's right. The level that we're talking about. I think that's a good primer on looking at the level that we have.
Especially staying outside of the heat range, because you can't block heat. You're gonna get knocked the fuck away.
You have to shield it. So the alternative that Paddu could have done is just do the walk up and then shield.
Yeah.
And then a follow-up kill CC as well. But I think this is very important because you want to disincentivize them from using these strong options.
Yeah. But also, if you walk up shield and they don't heat, you are in a lot worse position than if you do that micro walk and stay out of range.
Absolutely. It's a way safer option. Even if they went, so if you do micro walk and they don't heat, they go for a shield instead. You can still, thanks to the tracking grab, get a grab as well. Like there are so many options that are open to Paddu.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really important. And that was only the first round. There's so much going on in this game. It's so good.
Exactly. Like there are so many small things you notice here. And we see CC using that DP anti-air kind of thing. And like, if I remember correctly, they'll meet again in grand finals, and CC actually starts hitting those, luckily.
So I've talked a little bit to Goofy about the tendrils, and I think it feels the same as Nago 2H feels, if that makes sense. It's incredible. It has so much range. It's disjointed, but it's such a high commitment move. And in a fast game like this, by the way, this is just Paddu styling on CC.
Yeah.
CC guessed wrong 3 times, and she died. That's it.
Yeah, that's how it goes. The thing that's best about the tendrils is actually the moon skill version can be jump cancelled, so you get to go into a combo from it, which is when, like, it is a very high, like, risk option, but if you get it, the reward is equally as high.
Absolutely.
So
we're skipping forward here. So for game 2, again, what Paddu, like, what is interesting for me from the analysis side is what has Paddu done to CC? Which information has Paddu shown CC? The information is, I will win neutral, I am willing to bait your heat, and I go low. Like in the last round, he went low 4 times in a row. So CC will be more incentivized to get to deal with low setups, and we'll see that in the next round, I think, or the round after that, where Paddu will just start going for more overhead options, and CC starts to doubt themselves.
Yeah. Love hitting that like alternate old school down the air.
Wait, okay, I am so sorry. What's let's look a little bit at the air movement, because that's something that I'm. So round start, backdash, land, super jump, jump back, backdash, cover the approach with jump B, jump C. Sorry, with the projectile. Dash up, side switch, instant air dash back. Like, you see, Paddu is doing a lot of defensive movement, actually, but covers his retreat with hitboxes every single time.
Like, to disincentivize CC from approaching.
Exactly, yeah. It's incredibly hard to get in on somebody like Paddu. And there it is! There's the overhead setup. I told you, CC saw it, used the Moondrive and saw it, but Paddu got the conditioning out for the lows and is starting to go for the overhead setups. We didn't see that in the last set.
Yeah, I think that's like a thing you can tell with like really good players, is that they don't just go low once and go for the overhead, right? They are willing to do that conditioning. That side switch was
absolutely. That mix-up was fucked up.
Wait, what? What happened?
Can we watch that again? Wait, what the hell just... Alright. So EX wheel.
Yeah.
Super jump over. Back air backdash into jump C. Like, that was nice. That was good. Uses a dash cancel after the rapid beat.
Yeah.
Tries to go for a frame trap. EX on wheel again. Overhead. Tries to go for, goes for the positioning for a side switch, trying to fuck with Paddu's brain, because you can't cross Paddu up right now. He's in the corner. But CC knows this and uses the visual distortion of the game system to her advantage.
Yeah. Because you are so conditioned to be like, oh, they're gonna end up behind me after that movement.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you see the movement, and unless they air dash, they will end up on the right. So Paddu, again, it's making Paddu think actively, and that gave CC the space to go for a delay, delay string that took advantage of Paddu's autopilot. Like, oh, there is a hole, let's contest.
Yeah.
And that gave CC the counter hit to get the win. Let's speed up again.
Definitely. I think that is what's really scary when you are in these Oki loop situations you end up in this game, is when you just start thinking you don't have to think too much, because if you think too much, you don't react to the things that are happening. But if you don't think enough, you can't predict what's going on.
Oh, I like this adaptation from CC here. I didn't even notice that. CC is starting to use shield approaches in the air now, because they've... Yeah, there we go. So Paddu actually has stopped sticking out buttons because he saw CC's shield. So CC was basically signposting a shield now to get Paddu to stop sticking out hitboxes too much. Yeah. Look at this, look at this. Like, Paddu waited so damn long to stick out that button. Previously, we've seen them shoot out the projectile after the second air dash already.
Yeah. It's the okay, you are putting out hitboxes, I'm going to put out my counter in the air. Like, yeah, you just keep doing that. That's fine. I'll win.
That's good. Shield no follow-up. I think that's really important. Establishing the mind game.
Yeah, I think shield no follow-up is actually just the safest thing you can do after shield.
That was a beautiful eat. I like that a lot, because Paddu was going for staggered pressure and CC needed to heat there. There is a lot of HP that is ready to be recovered.
Yeah.
Super jump, air dash. Oh my god. Tries to go for the overhead, but it gets blocked. The charge is interesting too. I don't know if that's intentional or not.
Yeah. I love the mind game on the coming down after that airhit, and you're just recovering, and it's like, okay, I have these air options. How can I try to not get caught on when I'm landing?
So CC hasn't done the shield anymore, so Paddu is actually moving more aggressively now. Like, he moves up, does jump B, and then I think if that would have whiffed, he would have either just done float back or even air backdash back and covered himself with jump B again.
Yeah.
Nice activation.
Yeah.
Throws the armored 2-2.
Yeah. 2BC. Delayed quite a bit.
Nice. Look at these backdashes too. Dude, yeah, this is exemplary pressure in the corner.
This is the Footsie's Handbook chapter 1, right? Like, just standing outside of the range, putting out a button.
Yep, exactly. And then just immediately having the answer preloaded. Oh my god, these landing frames are so damn strong.
Yeah. And going for the full combo here with all the options.
The combos are so clean as well from Paddu. Paddu tried to cover a jump back here, by the way.
Oh.
CC stayed on the ground, but she still got hit in the end. Ambiguous cross up, baits at the shield, another side switch, and CC just isn't ready for them at the moment. I think, if I remember correctly, Akiha doesn't have that many good, fast ground to air options. Oh my god, Paddu just blew her up.
Yeah, I think her best option is those tendrils, but they are very risky, and that's only one specific option. It has the same blind spot right on top of her, right?
It's so damn slow. It's so incredibly slow. Even I think the BC option is just way too slow to deal with somebody who has as twitchy movement as Paddu.
Yeah. Because even when we're watching the slow, it's very hard to follow Paddu's movement with the eyes, right?
So, before we move into the next round, what did Paddu establish in this in the last game?
I'm honestly not entirely sure that they are willing to go on the offense and adapt to what CC is doing. Honestly, that's my best.
I mean, so for me, the best guess is I'm watching you because we've seen the shield adaptation, right? And now what's been introduced, again, Paddu layers his offense quite nicely. We had lows in game 1, and then there were a lot of overheads in this game, more than necessary.
Yeah.
In the corner pressure as well, he started weaving in these the air doubled onion rings into the corner pressure. And again, just adding another level that CC needs to think about.
Yeah. Is it one projectile? Is it two? What's going on here?
Yep, exactly.
God, this corner carry is so scary.
I would assume, so I don't remember everything, but based on the information that we've gotten, I want to say that Paddu will start going for more staggered pressure now.
I see that, yeah. Because CC is more comfortable.
Shield, BC.
Comfortable challenging, actually.
Gets the combos. Into the EX2. Air dash goes for the projectile Oki, very nice. The side switch here was really important from CC.
And cancels the 2-2C into something.
CC is using a lot of resources to get through this. That Moondrive activation to BC was incredible by Paddu. It's such a strong option there. And again, CC is starting to get desperate.
Yeah.
Rebeat.
CC seems a bit more aggressive this game.
And they can be because they made oh, sorry, I confused.
Yep.
Going for the 5A there instead of going for a BC follow-up, even though you have the moon, seems questionable to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I agree there. Because, I feel like if you have full moon, use the moon skill. Because you get the full moon drive even if it's at 0.5%.
Annoying Dave. Pausing again.
That's fine.
All right. We're on Oki. Brilliant wheel. Gets blocked. Jumps in for the overhead. Gets blocked as well. Goes in. Wait, where's the activation? There's the activation. What happened last time we activated?
That is when they... What the fuck was that actually? They did that, like, invincible follow-up, right?
Exactly. They did 2 BC because it's armored. Because of the activation. Look at what CC does.
Yeah.
Clash, immediate shield.
Yeah.
I think that's really important to watch. Like, it's a very small moment, but again, like, it just shows us how much CC is actually processing and adapting in this match.
Yeah, and remembering what was going on there.
Yes, that's so important.
Because that is a thing I learned in, like, playing collectible card games. Is like, okay, when my opponent was in this situation last time, what did they actually do? What cards did they show me in the first game, right?
Yeah, it's actually fun that you bring up Magic, because in Magic, yes, it's like Magic the Gathering as a short I used to play this competitively, so as you may think, I went a lot into the meta theory. So what's important in Magic is A, which options does my opponent have? How many cards does he have? How likely is it that he has the answer in his hand? But also, it's so incredibly important to get a sense of your opponent's values.
Yep.
And again, like, Paddu values having momentum. We've seen this again and again. Paddu goes for armored options. He goes for like strong mix-up situations. When he is in the corner, he heats. When he's on the knockdown, he will activate 2 BC. Like, that is the value system that Paddu is working on. And CC being able to read that, again, like, similar to what a Magic player does, feels very important to me. That's where basically the player matchup comes in, right? What do players value?
Yeah. And I also think it depends on what kind of situation the players are in. Because people start being a lot more greedy when they are ahead. Except if they are some of the people who, like, just stay fucking conservative all the way through, right?
Yeah. No, I agree. That's true.
Because, like,
but yeah, in general, that's so important.
Yeah, like, playing people and figuring out, okay, they are very aggressive in the start, and then they go down to like 30% health, and then they start being defensive. Or are they still as aggressive at 10% as they are at 100, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's really important to know. Again, like, I don't know. Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah.
What do they like? Again, also, just what do they think feels good? Because again, Paddu seems to really like these clash frames and knows how to deal with them as well.
Yeah.
So he throws them out a lot, actually.
Like, seems to be willing to put both of them into, like, the deep end of the pool, and is like, yeah, I am more comfortable here in these scrambles and very quick and high pressure situations, so I'm going to force us into them more.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's really good. And again, I think that also comes just from Paddu and CC having played previously, and Paddu just going over the replay like we do, and identifying certain habits.
That is, again, the really cool thing about seeing players who, like, come into tournaments having played each other before, because they already know that established level 0 stuff about each other.
I talk about that a lot when I commentate Jester SSF, for example, or Jester Kanza too, or even at this point Jester Uriel.
Yeah.
Because both, like, all of these players are grinders. Like, they have a wealth of experience that they can pull on. And if you have person-specific experience, you will start the game at level 2 or 3. There's already implied options that are not being taken and just like hinted at to evoke a previous situation. And those kind of games are incredibly hard to analyze, in my opinion.
Totally, because you as the commentator do not have that experience, right? You haven't been there for those long sessions.
Yes, exactly. Like, that's why it's important to just check in with pro player streams from time to time, or keep on their Twitter to at least realize that this is going on, so you can start thinking about what is being implied with this motion. Like when Paddu when CC throws out a shield, is there a whole sequence in a previous set that where CC was able to contest Paddu's air approach with shielding?
Yeah.
And is that why he switched to the defensive for a whole round?
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah. So I think this is probably the final round here, if I remember it correctly. But it has been a few days, let's be fair.
It has been. It has been. BC, air throw goes for the overhead Oki. And again, that fake overhead Oki is so busted.
Yeah, with the
because,
charge C?
Yeah, so if you do charge C, you get the green glow. But what's important is if you do it slightly too low, it does not come out. So if you vary your timing, so if we, just like we saw before, let's go down to 0.5 again. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes.
So we have the combo.
Paddu's patience there, by the way, was incredible. He waited until CC whiffed another button in the wrong direction before he started contesting.
Knockdown.
So you see the green. The green signifies to CC overhead incoming.
Look at how big that is.
Yeah, and but it didn't come out. That's the big thing.
Yeah.
It didn't come out.
It's the fucking Uriel PRC, the charge dust mix-up, right? Like,
yeah,
you signal this option so big, but because you do it a bit too late, we're going low, baby.
Yeah, we're going low, and it's so like that is huge. And the set, like, CC realized it. They know the distance. I don't think they get hit by it too often, but that is a dirty mix-up.
Yeah.
Right. E for both people. Nice fatal counter there in the air. Again, Paddu just re-establishing level 0. I have air superiority. Do not contest me.
Yeah. Using the super here. Like,
going for it. I think they used the super for the hard knockdown.
Yeah.
Jump back setup, brilliant wheel A. Goes for the overhead, very simple. 2-2 frame trap. Moondrive, an immediate shield from CC, right? Because, again, what does happen after every single Moondrive activation in this game? Yeah, exactly. And this time, Paddu knew. Like, he saw CC shielding previously, and I was expecting this. He did not do it. Instead, he waited until the air shield landed, and then punished. Like, adaptions, layers.
Fuck, I have had, like, shielding. Shiki's super can be delayed by holding it. And I have air shielded that multiple times and then landed. Shield goes away and then they release the button. And it hurts every time.
That's how it works. And again, like, air shield is a very committal defensive option. It's only something that you would probably do on a hard read. Yeah. And Paddu knew, like, he spotted the shield just like we did, right? He spotted the shield in the last exchange and knew CC's got a shield again. I'm ascribing a lot of intentionality to these moves, by the way. That is just an assumption. I want to just add that caveat. It could also be that Paddu just didn't get the input. We don't know about the inputs. We don't know what they think about it. But if you analyze, I think it's more valuable to look at it from this intentional
the
lens.
Is dead, right? Like, it's the same when analyzing art, right? Like, it is not about what they are doing, it's what you can get out of it, right?
Exactly. Like, what do these, like, how can we reconstruct the thought process for these actions? That's the important part. It's
Exactly.
interesting that you brought up Death of the Author, because it applies and doesn't apply, because we specifically want to look for the intentions of the players, but at the same time, the original intention doesn't matter.
Exactly. It's but even when I'm watching back my replays, I'm like, wait, in the moment I'm like, I'm just mashing buttons, but I realize no, Jacob is afraid of something, right? So
Yep.
often you have intentionality without actually realizing it.
Yeah, so like a kind of passive intentionality, right?
Exactly.
All right. We get the overhead, we get the confirms. And Paddu's and CC's combos, by the way, have been so consistent. They have gotten 20% off of each straight hit, more or less.
Yeah, and it's kind of impressive seeing all those like, oh, I get a hit, and then just going into a pretty decent meaty combo gets. Oh, beautiful! That's piece of art. Fatal counter, hit slow, arc drive. Mwah.
That's so good.
Beautiful.
That's so good. And again, like I always just want to put it down to 0.5 and look at the air movement again, because there are so many options that are open to a player, and seeing which that is being chosen and overanalyzing this is the good stuff. But I think that ends this set, so
Yes.
you can
So now
take us
we
to
are
the next one.
losers final. We have some losers bracket matches that are honestly great, and I was watching them as they were happening. Lots of fun, but we also only have some amount of time today, which is tragic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
There's some pretty boys. Lovely.
Shout out to Goofy, by the way. Good boy. Good boy.
And we are in here. CC against quiet and unsociable person who ran some
CC
techniques.
dash this time.
Ooh. Oh no.
So let's.
And Panzer fixed the dash.
All right. So let's talk a little bit about the matchup again. We've talked about Arkiha already. Arkiha basic game plan wants to score a knockdown and then loop Oki, right?
Exactly. And
what do tag mates want to do?
So we have a Kohaku lead here with a quite unsociable person, and tag leads do kind of want to do the same, score a knockdown and run Oki, but I think especially Kohaku has a big advantage in neutral with the long normals and Hisui's assists being able to shoot out the projectiles or go in for the hits. So I feel like Quiet wants to be the defensive person here, but when they get the knockdown, we are running Aoki.
So Quiet wants to be defensive, dominate with the long range normals, and then run Busted Oki.
That is at least like my level 0 thing here, because Akiha's normals are decent, but they aren't as good as Kohaku's, right?
Absolutely. I think Kohaku point is really good for this kind of matchup. And by the way, this is what makes tagmates so damn scary. You can change character based on point based on character.
Yeah.
It's dumb. It's good. It's really, really strong, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I cannot wait in a month where we see like tagmate experts running the intros. Lovely.
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Also, please, guys, if you play this game online, run the intros. There we go. Switch over to Kohaku point.
Yeah.
And I think. Yep. So the plant is actually interesting because so Arkiha's normals are actually quite short range. Short range in like relative to Kohaku, I want to say.
Yeah.
So throwing out the plant is actually nice because it completely blocks off. I wish I could draw on this.
I have seriously been working on getting. I have my mouse like here, so like it fills out a like big area of hitbox, right? And kind of just makes Akiha unable to run up.
Let me, so for next, remind me, I know there's some tools where you can look at stuff together and draw as well, because I know that some league coaches use it. Let me remind me when we're done to look that up, because I think if we're gonna overanalyze stuff, I think drawing up some options could be nice.
If it's worth doing, it's worth overdoing, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, like what's important to note here, we are completely overanalyzing, and I think this is mostly an exercise, because so when we do the when I asked Jake about the analysis of like tag mates versus Archaea, I'm not expecting a correct answer, but what we're doing is we're stating our assumptions before we do the analysis, and then we see how the game plays out, and then for the next analysis we'll be able to adjust, because we have built we are able to consciously compare our assumptions to what ended up happening, and then did we make a false assumption, or did the opponent did one of the players do something to fundamentally change the dynamic?
So I commentated a matchup yesterday where against a Axel player and a Ram player in Strife, and usually I think Axel has an advantage there due to being able to outzone the Ram Lethal. But we finished that analysis by saying, yeah, but we know this Axel player is a very offensive sort of it, and actually had to kind of deal with that during the match, that they were leaning towards being more offensive. So like a lot of it also comes down to the player matchup and knowing that. And the analysis we're doing here is very different from what we would be doing watching something live, right?
I think this is the big benefit of streams like this, because you can't do this kind of analysis in fighting game streams, because fighting game streams are quite fastly paced. The reason why I like doing this is I come from ARTSs. In Dota 2 or League of Legends, you have a lot of downtime, and you have time to do these kind of detailed micro analyses between happenings to actually point out, again, like see the developing mental as it goes on. But in fighting games, that's not possible. You need these kind of streams to take them apart.
Exactly, and that is deliberately why I do it, because I think there's often a lot of useful information to be gleaned from that.
Yep, exactly. So yeah, that's why we do these things. Our thesis statement. Oh, yeah, so we have air dash. And you see, as soon as QUP goes into CC's range, CC wins out the exchanges.
Yeah. Because again, CC, like, Akiha's normals are fast. Oh!
That was such a nice check. I really appreciate what QUP did there. They activated Moondrive and just waited to see what CC does.
Yeah.
So, this is prime information gathering. I will bet with you that QUP will do an option that beats Shield at the next Moondrive activation, because we've seen CC use Shield at Moondrive.
Beautiful.
Goes for the mix-up. I can't believe Cactus hits overhead first.
It's so good.
That's so fucked up.
The pod lands on you, you know?
So dumb, so good. Combos.
Mild.
Nice, Rex, brilliant wheel.
We don't like chat, that is why we aren't interacting with you. Also, I don't think Dave was talking about Dota, referring RTS.
No, I said a RTS. An action RTS is Dota. Are games like Dota, Heroes of New Earth, or League of Legends. It's the old move, because I think MOBA is actually not always accurate to the genre.
Yeah.
So that's why us old heads call it action RTS.
And Dave is a boomer. That's just how it is.
Look, okay. I emulate boomers. That's the thing. I have no personality. I am just emulating what I've seen from old. I don't care. I left chat now.
No, well,
fuck. Fix that. But yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah.
We had to check after
The
Moondrive.
it wasn't a check after Moondrive. What I wanted to point out. Let me go back. What's important here is CC scores a knockdown. They go for the level 0, which is Air Brilliant Wheel, and then they see what happens. Because usually people do like level 0 is Shield B follow-up or Shield BC follow-up. And that's why CC was hovering in the air, because if the B follow-up comes out, so if she sees him disappear, she can just fall down, punish that. If it's the BC follow-up, she can follow up with her own shield and start the rock paper scissors. So it was a low pressure but high information, like again a high informational play here from CC.
Yeah, and I like doing those very committal of like uncommittal information gathering options at the start of the set. Yeah.
Just really good play from QUP here for getting the exchange. And again, the plan. And CC immediately backdashes. You see that? They can't approach. And this time, like, CC has shown that they backdash after the plant as well. And this time, QUP is there with the Hisui trap.
Yeah.
Dashes in, jumps in, nice.
That's such... You can get some real sick low air dashes in this game.
No breathing in chat. This is a digital space.
Yeah. Fatal counter, we're picking up the combo. Like, I kind of love ensuring to like, okay, was that a regular counter, a fatal counter? Doesn't follow up with the combo here like they did against Paddu, and like lets them fall and goes into an Oki loop.
Definitely. QUP has now seen that shield setups are possible. CC jumps over, and as soon as they hear the clang, they shield it. Like, let's see it again in slow motion.
Yes.
Another beautiful combo. I can't wait to get sick of these. Drops it. Goes for another level 0 move up. Like, because we have gathered information. Now we need to confirm it. Wake up high shield. Because CC was already starting to jump. As soon as we hear the clang, we get the shield. QUP gets the better of the exchange because QUP is really, really good in shield scrambles. We've seen this previously. Plant Oki.
Yeah.
Holding the shield and going for BC counter is very important because Hisui has some setups that can blow you up if you BC or B counter too fast.
Yeah, I'll believe that because especially you can end up in clash frames if you BC immediately, which is quite risky.
Did you see that walk on the combo? That's fucked up.
Jesus Christ. Kohago and Hisui are both legit very scary characters on their own.
I can't believe that's fucking person.
Yep. Up and Super catches her feet, her neck, and kills.
Also, Arkia is a horrible employer. Make sure to eat the rich.
Yes, that is why we support the vampires in this story.
Absolutely. Flav and Red Ark are the actual heroes of this story.
Yes.
Using BC counter to interrupt CC's frame trap is honestly a mood, and I hate it.
Yeah. There are so many ways to fuck up frame traps in this game. It feels so scary to go for them.
She backdashed the overhead and still got caught by the punch. I hate this.
Yeah, like we're gonna have to have some experts in the lab for like 20 hours figuring out how do we deal with this and like make a 5-minute YouTube video we can watch.
Another burst here. Tendrils catching the jump in because QUP has been in the air a lot, so CC was able to commit to a hard read like this. immediately cancelled into 214 C and gets the full combo. Again, like this is just I talk a lot about trained versus reactionary offense. This is trained offense. This is knowing the option, and all you need to do is wait for the neuron activation.
Exactly.
The video is slowed down on purpose, yeah, because we feel the game is a bit too fast at the moment for the in-depth style of analysis that we want to go for.
Especially here at the beginning when we are still learning. Right. I feel like give us a month and we could probably do this in real time, but not now.
No. I like that throw as well, just reminding QUP that it's there. Goes for the high wheel, gets the clash, immediately changes low because Arkihal likes to, it's high wheel set and then 2-2A to blow up high shield held. Yeah. So QUP already knows that and acts on level 1.
And also, like, in this game, overheads are quite rare. Like, usually only from jumping moves or charged or in part of Wreckers. So, like, ideally you want to be going low most of the time.
That's why high wheel is good, by the way, because you catch Moondrive activation.
Yeah.
I wish I had the input there, because I think QP was trying to go for an armor move.
Yeah, that might
but I can't prove that. I'm unable to. Yeah. But yeah, CC takes the first game. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
And again, like, yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, we are seeing some relatively great games here in this like first week, right? Where people are. I feel like we are often like seeing here people like, okay, I'm not entirely sure what's going on the other side, so I'm going to be very offensive focused. So we're seeing a lot of people like feeling each other out at the beginning and slowly having an idea of, okay, that's how they react when they're on the defense.
Yeah, true. So, before we start the next game, as always, the important question: what is the information that has been learned in the last game?
It's kind of hard. I feel like we are afraid of lows. Don't Moondrive on Wake Up. Also, QUP is very good at those shield interactions, so CC ideally doesn't want to get into a lot of it, so wants to either just kind of hold it or BC follow up immediately or wait until that's safe to do. Also, don't backdash the cactus.
Yeah, so for me, it's mostly don't get into shield battles with QUP. You will lose. CC is going for a lot of safe options. So CC hasn't taken a lot of risks, and I think that has worked out nicely. Yeah. So that will actually... So what I would expect based on that information is... more shield safe setups, because CC does not want to get into a shield battle at any cost.
Yeah.
And QUP actually applying more risky stuff with their tag partner.
Yeah. Because I think they weren't actually using history that much.
No, at the moment it was, again, like, game 1 is mostly about scouting, I feel.
And especially like in finals where it's first to 3, you have more time to do that. Exactly.
I mean, you see the difference already between this and Paddu CC. Like, knowing another player is such a huge difference, because CC was able to, like, Paddu and CC were able to go straight into mind games. Yeah. Right. While CC and QUP did a lot of safe setups here to gather information to see what's happening.
Because they don't know each other, right?
Yeah. C goes for the hard knockdown. That air dash is fucked up. Goes for the side switch too.
Brilliant cherry maple. Just to piss off Rush.
I think that throw was good.
Yeah.
Dude, that setup. Where the fuck do you even shield there?
Yeah.
There we go. Blocks the overhead. Even the force releases it out. That's good.
Yeah,
Blows up the shield from QUP.
I think actually a thing I've been realizing was force release only when you are in like blocking or something, because that is usually the way you get most out of it. I've been used to the Guilty Gear style of burst where you can do it on hit, so only having access to it on block has been very awkward to me. And
it's really interesting, right? Also, QUP, there we go. I was about to say the force release needs to come soon.
Yeah, like recovering HP is such a strong thing, and also just it actually delaying the timer is very big.
Absolutely. I think that was the first game that kind of disconnected.
This is where we have to disconnect. I'll be skipping forward here. So lobby system is not perfect currently. We are working on it. Jesus, why am I not skipping forward? Can I not use arrow keys here?
You should be able to. I can use them. We can also just put it up on 2x speed.
Yeah.
There we go. 2x, 2x, 2x. SaltyEU.
Look at
Goofy and Dave. Look at this high speed Dave. Dude, the fucking gremlin mohawk. That just happens when I'm like, I was showered, but I didn't really pay attention to my hair. So it's just fucking ruined. I think I took a nap before this as well.
Yeah.
Insightful hair analysis.
Yeah, I see that. Like, there's a reason I have a bunch of elastics laying around everywhere that I can just drag my hair up into.
Smart. That's why I normally try to go for really short hair nowadays, because I used to have long hair and I look atrocious if I don't take care of my hair. All right, okay. Pause. We're back. We're going back to 075.
Second game here.
Yes, so CC took the second game, so it's 2-0 for CC.
So we'll see how. I assume we're going to see some more cautious plays from QUP here, because there are like two philosophies here. Either you can go very defensive and be very careful so that you don't risk anything, or you can go full balls to the walls, all risk all the time, in order to roll more dice and try and get lucky.
Absolutely. What I think is important to point out, you talked before the match about Kohaku's range being bigger than Aki has, but it hasn't really come too much into play here.
Yeah, because the movement has been very useful for like, yeah, okay, my normals are short, I'm just fucking air dashing in, right?
Blocks the mix-up, that is huge, by the way. Yeah. That is Titanic. Guess hello. Or follow-up, forced release after the missed 5C, Charles C. Clash frames, immediately jumps, and we previously seen CC shield after clash frames most of the time, right? And now the roles have switched. CC has the momentum. CC feels good. CC probably thinks that they know what QUP are going to do. That is why they went for this high-risk C and almost got shielded for it.
Yeah, and I think that is what happens as you're like up 2-0, right? You get to take more of those. Your risk-reward decisions change, right?
That was really unfortunate drop here. CC using it very nicely to get a 2A confirm. And QUP is backdashing a lot on the floor using the invincible things as well. But again, like QUP is using defensive options every single opportunity they get. Nice patience punishing with the 2C.
Looks like they're taking a round here.
Yep, that should be it.
Sheets the blade and she's cut up. Lovely.
Pretty damn anime.
Yeah. I love how that can be used to confirm off of a lot of hits. Like, this game has a lot of very helpful, like, large hitboxes for hit confirming stuff. Like Roa's 2360 or CL's backseat, that's the same, where like, oh, I get a hit at full screen, go in.
I want to go back here because that defensive sequence was insane. Let's wait until we're back in the corner. 5 seconds back. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. Let's count the mix-ups, right?
Yeah.
So we're going through the corner. Overhead,
High.
low. Rebeat, backdash. Goes back in. Air jump, high, blocked. Low, blocked. Oh. Frame trap, blocked. High, blocked.
Oh, that
Faked.
dash.
Super late overhead. Like, it looked like a faked overhead, but QUP still got the block. So blocked. Low, blocked.
That's it. Yeah, back to neutral. Fuck, that's... But again, that looks like just very, very good fuzzy blocking from QUP, right? And like having the eyes on CC. And like, okay, we're staying low unless something else is happening. And not falling for those frame traps. We are not pressing buttons. We are defensive. We are defending now. Think we may have lost your voice once again, sadly.
Test, hello?
Yes, I can now hear you.
All right, good. You can bet your ass we would have seen a 2C confirm if CC went for a rebeat reset at any point during this
Definitely.
during this sequence.
Because that 2C goes so far.
It's good. It's good. Back in the corner. Overhead, forced released, getting more space. And there's a fatal counter, and now CC broke through it. But that was a solid 10 seconds of excellent defense.
Yeah.
And we're just continuing, right?
Yeah. Goes in for throw. Remind you, yep, that's also an option.
Mm-hmm. So when I see a throw in these kind of situations, I tend to call it like forces out the throw from the side of QUP, because they have just been stonewalling CC so hard that they're not trying to look for any confirms anymore.
Yeah.
They just want to reset the situation.
And also here, Akiha doesn't get follow-ups from the throw. Where
Nope, she
people
doesn't.
like Miyako does everywhere. But Red Arc just gets that in the corner because the wall bounces. Yep. So like you have to be careful about who you're playing against.
Yeah, see? Backdash and was waiting for a delay for like a delayed catch, and QUP immediately went for the 5B.
Yeah.
Dude, this defense is incredible. This is so impressive.
Yeah, I feel like QUP have been like... QUP went with the I am going to be so fucking careful right now.
Another throw forced out. Shields it. Goes back to the low. Again, knowing what's going to happen. Dude, I would be so frustrated if I was CC.
Yeah, like... I watched a YouTube video about defense in Guilty Gear, and what it says was like, try approaching defense like you're trying to mix up your opponent. And I see like QUP doing the same here, where they're like mixing up the defense and like being very consistent to annoy the opponent and force them to make mistakes.
And we saw the benefits right there, right? CC was in the flowchart. We need to break open this can. Let me just flowchart for all my pressure. And QUP was able to jump back and use a frame move with clash frames to cut through their like cookie cutter offense.
Yeah, like manipulating your opponent's emotions is such an important skill in these games, I feel.
So good. And CC is flustered, right? She just dropped a combo.
Yeah. Oh, gets hit with the 2C, the high-low hits.
Beautiful. Dude, that mash on landing is so damn gutsy.
Yeah. Because I feel like that hit quite high.
The tech was incredible, but I get like this is where it all falls apart, because QUP tried to thought that they had frustrated CC enough so they would stick out a button, but CC already caught themselves again.
Yeah. Stabilized, and we're here get the timeout victory for CC.
Yep. Because, and I bet you that CC was looking at the clock, and that was the reason they could catch themselves, because they saw the clock like, I am ahead. Why am I getting frustrated?
Definitely. And sometimes you need to ground yourself like that and be like, okay, wait, this is actually how it's going on. It's a lot of this is fighting against yourself and controlling your own mental state. Beautiful water throw.
QUP tries to go for these cute setups, and it just keeps blowing them up.
Yeah. Did a switch there? That was... I didn't notice until it had happened.
Yeah, Goofy and me called that out. We think that QUP was trying to change the approach, actually get some different kinds of buttons in, but CC got two very good confirms and just was able to murder them because they could before they could establish Hisui.
Exactly. Because like Hisui has some fucking scary combo pressure.
The big thing that differentiates Hisui and Kohaku is that Hisui has really good delay pressure. Like, the rhythm is so fundamentally different.
Yeah, and having to defend against that makes it quite hard. So CC takes losers finals here?
Yes, exactly. CC goes up 3-0, takes it even with the disconnects.
Yeah. Lovely. And then goes up against Paddu once again.
Exactly.
In the grandest of finals.
And before we go into Paddu CC, I want to re-establish what we've seen in the winners finals, right? Because that information is going to come in crucial in the first game. What we've seen from Paddu versus CC is Paddu has air superiority. Paddu is willing to use medium risk options to escape out of pressure and commit to momentum.
Yeah.
Paddu really highly values being able to deal with heat. He does not want you to regenerate life.
Yeah. Paddu seems to want to be in the lead. Paddu wants to control the pace of the game and have the be the one that the game whose rhythm the game goes by.
Yes, absolutely. Paddu wants to be the beatdown, at least in this matchup.
I think I agree there. Because again, Akiha doesn't have the greatest reversal options either. So if Paddu gets Red Arc, if Red Arc gets trapped in that offense, it's kind of scary, right?
Absolutely. So I actually remember this, so we'll slow down to 0.5 because the air movement here is going to be paramount. Look at CC. CC is eating up space, but keeping it safe. So the super jump into air dash is something that we'll see. Paddu re-establishing jump B.
They are using the fucking top of the screen a lot here.
Yeah, exactly.
Just on the edge there with those normals.
And CC was not sticking out a button. They were not trying to save their retreat because they knew they would get fatal counted if they did. Yeah. And that is what gave them the advantage because CC literally just jumped up and went down and caught him on the way down.
And being patient like that is very hard, but again they saw Paddu being very aggressive with those air buttons, so okay, there's no reason for us to do that as well.
Look at that Oki. You've seen it, right? We expect either projectile Oki or go for a fake charge C, but just super jump and perfectly timed to A. We've not seen this before.
Yeah, just go low.
Yeah, just go low. And we know that Paddu likes to go for these mid-risk options, so you will catch him on Oki more often than not.
Yeah. And I think that is very important in these matchups. You have all this fancy shit you can do, but no, let's just go with the safe stuff. Let's throw in if you do not mix in the basic options, then you are gimping yourself.
Absolutely. I really respect what CC did there. They had a successful Oki, but they knew that Paddu would not get hit twice. So they just waited. They waited a full screen. What's he gonna do? We don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Gets out the activation as well. And this is a big issue for Paddu because now one of his most vital resources, the access to armored moves, is ticking down and ticking down fast.
Yeah. And like seeing people like activate Moondrive, seeing people activate Heat, they just fucking go into the next gear of offense, right? Because they want to use those resources.
True. Yeah, absolutely. Nice block on the overhead here. Moondrives, because so it's really hard to see whether it's the unblockable or the mid string.
Yeah.
So being able to moondrive and take that second to look at it is vital.
Information is so key in these games, like knowing that. Oh, beautiful.
That with punish was incredible.
Yeah, that jump is so powerful. And there's like different versions where some go overhead and some don't, which is scary.
Yep, absolutely. Shield, air shield, air shield, air shield. Keep it in mind. Keep it in mind. CC knew how to react to it. Paddu didn't. Paddu didn't knew how to react to it because CC doesn't do follow-ups that often. Overhead, blows up CC. This is just classic walk offense, right?
Yeah, jump down.
Shield again, no follow-up. Backdashes the Heat.
Yeah, that little micro walk forward into the backdash is scary. Suddenly doesn't get a punish on it, but it still got it out and used in a less than optimal situation.
And again, it just shows us the big respect that Paddu has for the option of Heat on Wake Up. Every time, like he sets he sacrifices some better Oki if the opponent has 2 or 3 bars to be able to deal with the Heat when it comes.
Yeah, I think Rectu mentioned in chat is that we saw a lot in the early rounds, people very cheap with their meter and resources, like not using them in combos, not willing to finish combos with C moves or Moondrive moves. And we saw people very willing to spend their meter in the Open Grand Finals. So I think people were trying to get those big heats a bit too much.
Yep, I think so too. Again, it's all about the balance, right? Paddu, moondrives, backdashes. CC was expecting a dash forward there. And this is the end of Paddu, right? Because CC knows what's coming. The wake up armored DP. We know that it's coming. And I pointed that out during commentary as well. CC was not just ready to block the DP, but immediately get the jump follow up for the air throw.
Yeah, they were the ones who used the most meter because they were actually using it and not dying with it, right?
Yeah. Dying with 3 meter like this is very, very unusual for somebody like Paddu.
Yeah. Because I very much prefer games where you keep your meter throughout rounds because that's an extra level of strategy. But also in Guilty Gear, when I die in a round and I haven't used meter for RC or something, I'm pissed. Because I should.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I need to spend it, right? Like, and here, if you finish a game with meter left over, then like, there were resources you could have been exploiting that you weren't exploiting.
That is 100% correct. Again, like meter usage, both Moon Gauge and Magic Circuit is so important.
Yeah.
That drop was really unfortunate.
Sadly, yeah. I actually think the fact that the game has 2 meters is making it a bit harder for like just having that more that extra level of resource management is quite hard for some players.
I really wish Moonrife was at the bottom so I could gauge both of my meters at the same time because they are equally important.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, as a commentator, it just makes it so hard.
Yeah, having to do the like up-down look is frustrating.
Yeah. Like, it wastes so much time in a game that's already incredibly fast. Run-up heat, by the way, good option.
Yeah, I love running up and using defensive options. It feels very strong in this game.
Just waiting for the floor challenge. Goes for the overhead. Oh, beautiful activation. Gets the back throw too. That's really tricky because as long as you're in the air, you can't get the back throw.
Oh,
So that was some
like waiting until they're landing to hit it.
Yeah, exactly. So you gotta wait until they landed. Armor 2-2. And now Paddu's using air shield as well. Like, this is one of the first times that we've seen Paddu on the back foot.
Yeah. Jesus. That moon skill version of the 236 there was quite key for Paddu.
Yep. So we'll actually see a very important adaptation from Paddu that will let him take the game. And it's this much more patient playstyle. Like, again, we see a lot of ground backdashes. We see a lot more air shields. Even though he technically has a superiority, CC has figured out how to beat it.
Yeah, like, even if you are technically in the win, like in the lead, then you need to respect what your opponent is doing. Because if you just keep doing the same shit and your opponent counters it, fuck yeah.
Nice. That was nice. That was really good.
Yeah. Like, you really need to adjust, especially in this game where rounds take a while.
Let's look at that defensive option again because I want to see what actually happens.
So we see the charge on.
So brilliant wheel for the combo. All right, okay. Brilliant wheel setup. We know the options that you can do is high shield clash into low shield. Paddu blocks low. So he's not put into block stun, but also he is now trapped at the bottom because you can't get up and shield before you get hit by the brilliant wheel.
Exactly. Can't get up.
Paddu goes up and blocks. You can't shield it, you have to block. Gets the block and then uses forced release. That was the main option that you could do there that still gave you an advantage.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, and also because, like, fuck, if you go high there and block, like, it ignores whatever CC was gonna do. If CC was gonna go high or low, it lets you be like, okay, fuck you. You can't mix me. I'll knock you the fuck away there. Like, unless CC went down with a shield, but
that was the only counterplay, and there was no incentive for CC to do so because, again, Paddu looked like they were trapped. I mean, they did trap themselves with the low block.
Yeah. But also, like, you sometimes have to do that because that trapping yourself like that gave them more time to make a decision.
Absolutely. Because for the re-jump into the jump C, heat as well. And Paddu just using some very, very basic offense here to deny, like, you see Paddu use a lot of meter here, even though he's low on resources, to extend the combo to deny as much health for each N2CC as possible.
Definitely, because the more you hit someone in heat, the more that meter actually drains.
Yes.
And the thing here is, Paddu was up around, right? So you spent that meter to ensure the kill, right? Because you're not seeing that meter again anyway if you win. And you make it more likely that you win, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, it's slightly dangerous because the combo didn't kill, so CC had another chance of coming back, and CC had some resources left over. So Paddu took a risk, but again, like, Paddu really, really values the denial of health.
Yeah.
So that's why I think he used that 1 bar to extend the combo.
And I think Paddu wants his opponent to be in a situation where they are kind of afraid and kind of hesitant to do stuff because they're afraid of losing.
Dude, going for a forward air dash and then still blocking immediately shields the thrusts. Paddu is just running away with this now.
Yeah. I feel like CC trying here to stabilize a bit, but Paddu hasn't taken any damage, and we're 30 seconds in. Like, this is not good.
This is very like this reminds me a lot of last round CC versus
QUP.
yeah, QUP, because CC's defense is okay. Like Paddu is a way better can opener. Like Walk is a way better can opener than Akiha. Oh my god, the throw.
Yeah.
That was the longest perfect that I've seen in my life.
Yeah.
That's mad. That's mad. Good match here from CC.
Yeah, like 2A is such a strong button.
It's good. It's good. Catches the backdash. That's huge. Like knowing that was a pattern that Paddu was falling into. Faking the retreat as well into the brilliant wheel just to go in and go for another round of offense. Ugh.
Yeah,
I
like
love
I'm
it. I love
really
it.
excited about seeing the tournament again next week and seeing if these players come back and who else will be in the top 8 and like seeing the meta develop around them. Because I think that'll be one, an interesting story, and two, let us slowly like see more characters and understand what's going on better.
100%, yeah. Immediate heave here from Paddu, forfeiting Oki for health regen. Again, the high value that Paddu places on health totals is unreal.
Yeah. It feels very like that doesn't affect the state of the game, but it affects the mental game a lot.
He'd used up here, getting Paddu to full screen.
Oh.
That challenge was gutsy to say the least, but it worked out.
Yeah.
We got get the 236C. The chase as well. Tries to go for the overhead.
I love Paddu not being afraid to just be like at full screen and throw projectiles like that.
Yep.
Because what the fuck is Akiha gonna do about it? Chill and press B? Okay.
You can't do that against a player of Paddu's caliber.
Exactly, right? So they need to now get in like, and I feel like what Paddu just said there was okay. There's no reason for me to work on getting in right now. I'm just gonna ask you this question: can you get in on me when I'm throwing these projectiles? If not, I win. Sweet.
And the answer is no, and we haven't seen a lot of projectile game, right? So CC wasn't really prepared for Paddu to take that option.
Exactly, and like I feel like that is a very like kind of basic Shoto thing to do in fighting games of just I have a life lead. There's no reason for me to try and open you up. Let's just take it a bit back.
Dude.
Throw.
Look at this. We get the fatal counter, we convert into a combo because CC is cracked.
Launcher, air throw.
Goes for the air throw. Re-jump. Overhead. Low. Overhead. Re-jump. Gets the throw. That's fucked up.
The fact that they don't just land and go for it, they do a re-jump is...
Re-jump throw. Like, how many levels deep do you need to be to make that work?
Yeah. Like, this is when we wish we could read those players' thoughts, right?
That's so damn good. And again, like, that I think that was genuine intentionality there.
I agree.
Forced release. And Paddu wasn't ready for this forced release. CC is now going for less optimal forced releases because then Paddu isn't really prepared for it.
Yeah.
She's just recovering a little bit of health, but it's enough. Like there's still value to be found in the neutral reset.
Yeah, and like just getting that health back is worth it sometimes. And sometimes you are predictable when you go for the optimal options.
And just going for suboptimal releases like that was quite nice. Clash frames, rejump. It's so interesting to see what players go for after clash frames.
Yeah. Evading those tendrils there in the air was beautiful.
That was nice. Also, CC has started doing super jump rejump to get over the projectile wall. So in this short period, they've already had an option ready for this. Overhead goes for the. So we're in the air. CC still has a jump and an air dash. Jump goes for the. Okay, interesting. Side switch into the high low. I like it. I like it. Brilliant wheel. And Paddu hasn't been shielding these, right?
Yeah. But
CC isn't ready for the heat punish. That could have been the round.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
And I think a lot of things here in this game has very quick recovery. So you have to be on top of your game if you want to punish everything. Takes the round.
And again, Paddu is just so tuned into that spacing for heat. Was there another micro walk last? Let's call that back here. So it's a knockdown. Gets a DP.
Standing there.
Gets the air throw. Air dash. Cover.
Dash up, jumps back.
Dash up and IAD back, right?
Yeah.
And you saw the jump B coming out as well. Like they still covered for possible other options.
Yeah.
But he was ready for the follow up as soon as he landed.
Yeah, and didn't want to like get hit by it and get knocked away and down.
Definitely. Damn, that was so damn good.
Yeah, like Paddu looks so scary.
Yeah, and I think his value system is just working really well against CC because, again, denying that health gain and having to deal with walk all the time is rough. It's very rough. 2B, good button, by the way.
Yeah. Beautiful throw there.
Oh,
that side
he hasn't done this for at
pickup.
least 2 rounds. That's busted. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Like, movement is so key for the offense in this game because, like, the offense is relatively simple. It's just high lows and double highs and stuff. But the question is, are we side switching? Are we faking it out? Are we re-jumping and then doing the thing? Are we... that low overhead was beautiful.
And just to point out again, like going back to that incredible block sequence we've seen from QUP, Paddu just got blown up by that.
Yeah. Because
just to reiterate how good that block sequence was.
Yeah, and the thing is, blocking doesn't look impressive, but it really is. Because we buy these games to press buttons, right? And having the patience to just sit back and block is incredible.
It's just like, and again, like we went back and pointed out how many adjustments that QUP did in that sequence. It's just very impressive.
Yeah.
Paddu takes a 3-1. I think CC adapted nicely, but then Paddu just started steamrolling them again.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it is like possible they could have won, but I'm not entirely sure how. It feels like Paddu was just winning way more interactions. It's like that is the most boring way of putting it, but that's how I like feel it went.
Yeah, no, it's just very well played in general by Paddu.
Yeah.
So yeah, that gives us the first top 8.
Definitely, and I have already filled out the spreadsheet, and I'm excited to add next week's iteration here. And I feel like so a lot of what we were talking about beforehand was I think I saw a tweet from you where you were like, I've just lost 40 games in a row. I feel like I'm doing something fundamentally wrong in this game, and I kind of get it.
Yes. Yesterday at 12 p.m. was a dark fucking time, dude.
Dude, it got me giggling. And I feel like I kind of have this weird approach of every game I start out playing Street Fighter. Just being very boring, anti-airing, and trying to punish stuff. And I don't think you can play Multi-Blood like that.
Yeah, I think I would agree. But again, like that's my big issue. So yeah, I don't know. It's really interesting.
Yeah, you sadly died once again. But yeah, I think you really need to kind of get a hand around, like, okay, what is my offense going to be here? What am I actually doing? And I feel like in Street Fighter, you can test the air by anti-airing. I don't think that's what we do here in Multi-Blood. I think we need to jump up and actually push out those preemptive normals. We have to jump up and shield and do shit like that.
Yeah, ground to air is so incredibly rare in this game.
Yeah. And you are very vulnerable in the air, but I also think you are very, very powerful in the air at the same time.
Again, we talked about this at the very start of the stream, where yes, your like in the air is the most vulnerable position in any fighting game, but Multi-Blood gives you a lot of unique movement options, or unique, rather just like a unique combination of the movement options that get you through. You can also do, I don't know, we haven't seen it in this set too much, but you can go to the air, do a Moondrive skill, and then jump cancel that again. Like Flov's defense is a lot of jump and then BC Fireball and then re-jump that to stay safe or open up the other options.
Yeah, I can actually see how that would be very useful and like staying up there. And weirdly, I don't think I've seen a game with so many Tiger Knee inputs. Like, there are so many different characters who use them in many situations and like to hit things low. Like Roa, for example, his only plus on block move is Tiger Knee Demon Strikes, where he just electrocutes himself. It's not wrong. And I really think this is the kind of game where you need to completely shift your mindset. I feel it's the exact same when I started out Tekken and tried to jump in on people, you know? And that's just not how that game works, right? And I think I need to get in there and consider, like, okay, why aren't they just jumping in on me?
Yeah, no, it's just really important.
Absolutely. And I think we'll like see a lot of, I feel like when we are watching high level Multi-Blood, we are going to be popping off due to sick O-key and cool combo pickups, but I think all of that will come almost exclusively from just being carried by the great movement. And I think like movement will be the silent king of this game.
Yeah, I think so too. But I think it's also up to us as commentators to point it out. Like again, I wish we had a replay sometimes where I could just point out. Like we had a few sequences where I went back and stopped it and just pointed out all the the movement that was chosen, because the movement is so damn expressive in that game. It's actually incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are so many, approach angles. Roas 4BC like fills out the fucking entire ground and has like an arc upwards, but people have found incredible ways around that. I saw Akuma just like jump up and use an air special that just like had the perfect angle to just come down overhead and like hit me. And just I think you don't have to be afraid of just hanging out in the air and waiting.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, I'm really excited for next week. It's gonna be interesting, and I hope there's gonna be other tournaments this week that I can watch and just see how it goes up.
Yeah, like me too. I'm keeping my eyes out because I feel like I need to understand this game at a deeper level to get to a level where I feel like confident with my ability to actually like engage people when I fight them, right? Because in most fighting games, I feel like I relatively quickly figure out, okay, they are doing this kind of option, that is what's fucking me. But here I need to think about that in so many different situations, and also the huge mind game that shield adds. Like, having shield around is such a big and warping mechanic. But on the other hand, I think people are using it too much currently. I think people are, especially when I'm just like playing ranked against random people or hanging out in lobbies, I think we are shielding too much and using the follow-ups too much. Because
I mean, you know, it's a new mechanic. It's really important,
right? And that is this, like when you first get you first discover a new toy, you play with it a lot, right? So
definitely.
I'm probably gonna be running some multi-blood for the next 45 minutes. Do you want to join a lobby, or are you gonna tap out here? Or
I have work to do. I took my lunch break to do this analysis,
that's
so
totally
I
fair.
will find some food to shovel into my face and go back to work.
That sounds lovely. Dave, thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for indulging my incessant stopping and going.
I did not mind at all. I thought it was very educational, actually. So yeah, check them out over Twitter, just DaveEU. That's the same on Twitch. IRC. You can't use that. How the fuck do I do commands? Shout out. Now we need to add him. Yes, lovely. Runs lovely, a great beginners tournament for Guilty Gear Strive that I commentate on often. So check that out, ideally.
I also stream my ranked struggles sometimes. And I should post on Twitter a lot.
Oh, great shit posts. I enjoy it. Well,
I try.
Thank you for coming by, Dave. I appreciate it a lot. Take care.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Hope to be back sometime in the future.
I absolutely hope I get to bring you on once again. Bye.
All right. Cool. Take care. Bye-bye.
So, beautiful people, we are now alone. We have gotten rid of that lovely, lovely person. Tragically. Now, let us try and see if we can actually apply any of this stuff. Let's boot up some Lumina and grab our controller here. And now I need to actually turn on Lumina's sound, because I have that turned off. Because I've been playing a lot while watching streams and stuff. Oh, Reg, to come in and hit me with the first to 5. That sounds great. I'll boot up a lobby and fuck yeah! So we are bringing in fellow commentator and chat mod Recto here for quick first great room called 5 Me's. Have here unlimited, yes, thank you. Not in yet. Lovely. When you're in, I'll shoot you the invite. Intellect 2 should be fine with you. This song is such a bob. But I'm actually busy with achievements. This is always fun to check out, I feel. What? Collect all achievements, fuck it. Hard with any character, no continuous round count of 3. Damn. S rank and score attack, time attack, customized icons. Damn. 7 achievements. Still haven't won boss rush. I gone through boss rush and lost the final fight and realized that I need to win, like I need to get there again. And I get one shot at that boss and I am just... chill. I do not have the patience for that. Lovely. So, kind of what we're gonna be doing a lot here is jumping more and using the air options and trying to go more for like actually mix-ups on Oki instead of just like fucking about and chewing people. Even though chewing people. Yeah, that was a patch. It's fine. Actually, when was that? I might also need to update. I played earlier today, but yeah, patch is like just fucking now. Jesus. We are updating Multi-Blood live on stream, baby. The fuck did that happen? View latest news. I can only see patch notes for the thing for like the 3rd of October. There's no patch notes for today's patch yet. Yeah, maybe, but like at least say that. I can finally actually close down some of this. Need to... What is the right window? Here we go. There's no reason for me to have that open anymore. We are now verifying and bootying. It's really throwing me off the game that does just complete silence, which That's pretty fucking weird to me, mate. Let's change number. Patches. Yeah. There's definitely a patch. I'm just looking on the Steam database that just says no title. That's fucking funny. Well, at least we didn't wait for you to update and then have to be like, well, Jake also needs it. God damn. Type move. Network. Wait, no, it didn't save the settings. No, we would like to. Meow. And wide. This is such a bob. Lovely. Fight me. And remember, no skipping intros, goddamn. Oh, Agia Gaming, eh? Toxic Lightning Weirdo, that's correct. No pressing buttons right now. This is really fucking my ADHD. Oh yeah, that's very deliberate. Beautiful. Oh no. Oh, beautiful side switch. Beautiful. No. Why was I still trying to do that input? Oh no! Well, I hadn't seen this last arc yet. Not entirely dead, but wait! Is the last arc just the leg switch? Shit, not like that. Not timed correctly. Lovely. So we are up 1-0. Excellent. Feel like I need to be better about not being an idiot, but I think I'm sorry for skipping intros. That's me. Should be fine now. Beautiful. Put that more range. Good old high-low. Excellent. I'm expecting a last arc soon. Got him. Excellent. Going for an overhead. Beautiful. We're happy. 2-0. Feel like I'm pretty good at avoiding the offense here and getting pokes, but still feel like I'm not. Sorry, that one's on me. Apologies. Should be fine on my end. Sure. Well, that was a misinput. Excellent. I love reacting to that flash actually. Oh, nah, that was badly timed. Made so you can block on the wake up. 3-0, baby. But like genuinely, I feel more scared if you hit me, so that's good. We're not skipping the intro. We're not skipping it. Whoops! Fatal combo. Okay, now let's move. We are getting knocked down. Yeah, probably should have let go there. Lane recovery now. Oh, I love going low there. Love using that ambiguous side switch to prevent me from DPing. Excellent throw. Just sometimes going for the simple stuff is what you need to do. Oh, fucking excellent. Go low. Oh, go for throw, lovely. Oh shit, we're losing that one. Oh shit, that hit! Damn! Verdammt. 3-1. We're not letting him come back here. That's... Sorry, I apologize. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Vector's offense has gotten better. This is not optimal. No, we cannot block that. Okay, block that. Oh shit. Thank God. That comeback was stressful to do. Beautiful block down the DP. Okay, get me the fuck down. No, Jacob, we cannot backdash that. Rex will keep doing this, like keep trying to fucking backdash. What? Air throw? Sorry. Okay, we cannot kinda... We're just gonna need to print him there. Okay. Oh, that hit me. Damn. Oh, shit. Ah, shit, I had the right idea, I just didn't keep at it. That did not work out for me. Thank you. Sorry. Wait, what? Shit, why didn't I block low? No! The last stock! I forgot that was blood heat. This'll kill me. No! 3-2. A non-optimal take. But don't worry, this is not a download finish moment or something. We're not skipping that intro. What, dude? Slumbot was the word I was gonna use. That's kind of great pick up there. Boy, my brain is cranking some gears. Yeah, I thought I could cross over there, but you actually can't like that. Sorry. No! Thought that would hit. Got him. 4-2, 4-2. Just one more game we win against Drexel, which will be worth it. Yeah, it always makes me tinkly to Roa that not entirely weird as to say. He is very lucky today. Tonight. I have a plan. But yeah, whipping moves wasn't the plan. Was good enough due to the late B. Thank you. Whoa! Shit, we're dead. Fuck. Okay. Oh, beautiful play. I probably should have gone with some quicker buttons. Okay, Homie's not scared of me anymore. Shit, did not expect that to go. Oh, that happened. Damn! 4-3 from Rectu. Fuck, fuck, fuck! Okay, Jake. We need to just chill and kill this idiot. Let's take your time. Murder this fool. Stream is showing black. That's fucking weird. Try refreshing? Stream is looking fine for me. Yeah. That's okay. Rather be safe than sure, right? You know, safe than sorry. You know.
どうしてこんな。
オープンは
行きます。行きます。畳みかけます。私から。せーの。捕まえたわ。私から。危ない。
どうだよ
汚してくれたわね。慎みなさい。慎みな気は済んで。慎みなさい。もう結構だ。私ここです。ごめん遊ばせて。気は済んで。まったく。巻きつけ。私たちとも。
Sup? Did you know Roa has a full screen dash attack? Yeah. Oh, we are out of universe. Sup? Okay, I'm doing those two. Might as well use the meter for ear too. Lovely. Champion! I won. I am blazing the bullshit. Yeah, and being minus is a mindset? Did you think I knew you were plus? Yeah, you fucking assume I'm not just fucking meshing, eh? So thank you for the first to 5. And actually... yeah, you know I was gonna mash, that's why it's good that you... It's not fucking... I don't know, man. Shruggies. Well, thank you for the games. And Dave showing up in chat. Thank you for analyzing those first sets with me. I'm gonna run this here, gonna go have some lunch, and then do some fuck ton of dishes, because that's my primary task for today. Lunch sounds fucking good, eh? Yeah. Well, take care, you beautiful people, and wait, you assume I'm gonna cook? I'm just gonna take a fucking bun and slap some, like, meat things on it and eat it, like... It's lunch. I'm lazy. Take care, beautiful people. Like, subscribe. Drop a something. Peace out. I love you. Mwah.